This is my video quiz. So for chapter 1, I found that the similarities between the public speaking and conversation was a really cool little section. And the 4 things about that section was organizing your thoughts logically, tailoring your message to your audience, telling your story with maximum impact, and adapt to your feedback. And I think that the last one, adapting to your feedback, is really good. I like and I need constructive criticism, and so I really appreciate when people give that to me. And another thing was the major concern was public speaking, how 40% of students, that's their biggest fear. And I can totally relate, like, that's totally understandable. For chapter 2, the guidelines for ethical speaking was such a cool little section. And the 5 things that it said was make sure that your goals are ethically sound. Number 2 was be fully prepared for each speech, which I think is really important. I usually write outlines for my speeches and essays, and so when I get down to start writing, I know exactly what I'm going to say, and it's totally easier when you do that. Number 3 was be honest with what you're saying. Number 4 is avoid name calling and other forms of abusive language. I think that that's such a great part because people don't realize that you can, be hateful and that language is power. And I think that's such a big thing because your words can hurt people and your speech shouldn't. Um, and number 5 was put ethical principles into practice. And then the second thing from chapter 2 was the patchwork plagiarism little section, and it talked about how you should verbally cite your sources when necessary. And I think that that's a good idea so that you're not, you know, plagiarizing someone or you're not accidentally plagiarizing someone. You're saying that they said this or they wrote this, and I thought that was just really helpful. In chapter 3, the sections, there was 2 sections, and one was 4 causes of poor listening and then how to become a better listener. So the 4 causes were not concentrating, listening too hard, jumping to conclusions, and focusing on delivering and personal appearance. So then how to become a better listener is to take listening seriously because this person probably worked really hard on their speech, and you don't need to be rude about it. Be an active listener, ask questions, nod, just be a part of the conversation. Resist distractions, put your phone away, just actually listen to what these people are having to say. Don't be diverted by appearance or delivery. It's someone else. Just be respectful of other people, basically. Suspend your judgment. I think that goes with number 4 really well. And then focus your listening on them. Listen to the actual speech to make sure that it's good, and that you can see their techniques, see their quotes, see that they're not that they're actually putting main points out. So, and then number 7 was develop note taking skills, and I really didn't think about that, but I thought that was a really good idea. And so for chapter 4, the one thing was organizing your speech and delivering your speech. So the organizing, I didn't really think about, but your speech should always have an intro, body, and conclusion. And for your intro, you should capture your audience's attention, which I think is really good. To just put it into words, they said have a dramatic, colorful opening where you actually engage the reader. Your body should have chronological or topical orders, and it should have your main points. And then the conclusion is your final point. And the book says, if possible, end on a dramatic, clever, or thought provoking note. And in my AP literature class, when we would have to do essays, that's what our teacher always pounded into us, was stuff like that. And then just delivering your speech, presenting it, making eye contact, your voice. Chapter 5 was selecting a purpose and a topic, choosing the topic, and it just talked about a bunch of things like if you wanted to know more about that topic. And then the guidelines for the central idea to help you out with that should be expressed in a full sentence. And I thought that was great because sometimes you don't really think about stuff like that. Thank you for watching.